Hello and welcome to Bailey's. This week in this little video, really it's my final thoughts on the ATN 4K Pro. I've had this scope now for a couple of months. It's been on a few various rifles. It's been on a Chapper M4 semi-automatic 22LR, which was used for squirrels and rats, which it was absolutely bang on for. It's been on the 243 for a bit of foxing, yet again, no issues whatsoever. And now she's ended up on the Magpul Hunter Remington 700 heavy in 308, and this is where she's going to stay. Since getting the scope, I have got the ABL 1000 as well. Really simple to set up. You just follow the instructions, the zeroing options and everything for the laser to the scope, and the syncing and everything is all really simple to do. Just follow the instructions, but it all works well together. So overall thoughts on this scope are, well, I'll start off with my background. I normally use rear add-ons. I use pards, I use screen up kits from like NV UK. I use all that kind of stuff because I normally prefer day optics. But since having this scope, it's a 3 to 14 power. I do wish I'd gone for the 5 to 25, but the 3 to 14 is still good for hitting steel out to 500 yards. I've still got good enough picture quality there. At night it's ideal for foxes out to 250 to 300 yards. The laser I've been using on top is a PBI-RL. Other lasers will give you the same or similar results. The PBI-RL is my recommendation. You can get the DFK, you can get the Dragonfly, there's one that Ludicrous Lumens do, and you can get the Solaris, which is from Torch Factory, and NV UK promote and sell those as well, I believe. They'll all give you kind of similar results, but yeah, it's absolutely, it's great if you like a standard feeling scope. A lot of the other dedicated night vision scopes, which give you the opportunity for day and night vision viewing in colour and obviously in black and white, they're quite odd looking. I don't like all of them. Some of them hang off the back of the rifle, they look a bit fragile. Whereas this sits in your standard 30mm rings, as long as you get your reach backs or something comfortable, unless you've got a nice adjustable stock. It just sits like a normal scope. You've got standard scope eye relief, and it's just like a normal scope to use in a lot of those respects. Benefit of the ABL on the front is, once you've got that on, you've got it zeroed, you've got it synced up to the actual scope, and you've entered your ballistic data for the ammunition you're using. For example, in this, there are 165 grain AccuTip 308. I entered the information on the scope, the zero distance that I'd zeroed out, which is 100 yards, and I tested this out to 500 yards, making sure that the holdover point that it was giving me in the scope was accurate. And in all fairness, can't fault it, did the job. As long as you enter the data correctly, the scope will do the job for you. So that's a massive improvement. That's why it's ended up on the 308, because this is my long gun for fox and another few bits and pieces. So yeah, I highly recommend them. Reference software updates. I found the easiest way to do this was to download the file on my laptop, put the memory card in the computer, put it onto the memory card, reinsert into the ATN, turn it on, and it automatically does the update. And I've had no issues with regards to doing software updates in that way. Quite simple, to be fair. What else can I say about it, really? Focus is nice and crisp and easy on it, unlike the older ATNs where you had that little knob which was quite stiff sometimes until you really broke them in. Battery life has been unbelievable. There's times I forgot to charge this up and I've still been able to go out and do a night's foxing with it. It's handled the recoil of this 308 perfectly fine, and this does kick like a mule, even with the Predator P12 moderator on from Wildcat. But yeah, I do wish I had better clarity at longer range, but that's my fault for not going for a 5 to 25. The 3 to 14, however, for foxing out to 250 yards, or if you're sticking on a rimfire to do rabbit clearance or anything like that, or if it's going on an air rifle, absolutely banging, absolutely perfect. 5 to 25 I think would have just given me that edge on some of the longer stuff I do, because I do tend to push the boundaries a bit. The mounts I've used on this are the Hawk reachback, 2-inch reachback mounts, and they work well. The only issue I've got is I couldn't pull it back as far as I wanted to, because of the bell hitting the Picatinny rail here at the front. However, thanks to the fact that this Magpul Hunter stock is adjustable, I've been able to remove a couple of the blocks at the back and compensate for that. So not too much of an issue at all. But if you've got a short Picatinny rail on top of your rifle, you'll be absolutely laughing. You can get these from all ATN dealers in the UK. I'm not a dealer, that's why I'm giving my opinion. This is my opinion as a shooter, not as a seller, so I'm not trying to sell these to you. But if you're in the Midlands or if you're in the UK, Carl at Solware, I was a customer of his before I owned a gun shop. Always a nice bloke to deal with, always a cup of tea waiting for you when you walk in the shop. He is a dealer for ATN, and he'll happily look after you. I know he's got stock availability. I did check before doing this video, and he can get everything from ATN in, but Carl will look after you. Very, very nice bloke to deal with, and I'll leave his contact details in the description below. Whilst I've been talking, I should have had some video running up in that top corner as well, letting you see me out using this in the field, both at day and at night, on field targets and on fox. And you can see from the videos, it's just nice, simple, get on target, range, or if you haven't got the ABL, you'll know your holdovers at different ranges, take your shot and that's it. Recording ability is rapid, no faffing around, lightly press the button, boom, it's recording, that's it, get the job done. If you want to take pictures, left hand button, it's that simple. The settings inside, I'm not a massively computer savvy person, but the settings inside this are really nice and simple to use. It's easy to enter the data for your ammunition you're using, your ballistic coefficient, the weight, and the estimated speed of the bullet if you haven't got a chronograph. If you have got a chronograph, I do recommend doing that, because the more accurate the information you enter onto this scope, the more accurate the auxiliary ballistic laser will be for you with the way it works in the system itself. So yeah, like I said, these are available from all ATN Stockists in the UK. I do recommend them. This is my scope, it's staying on this rifle, and it's worked well for me. It's gained results. It's a lot of my contracts, you know, sometimes you want to take tried and tested out, but I've pushed the boundaries with this a bit. I've took it out on jobs that normally I'd take tried and tested kit that I've had for months and months and months, whereas I've took this out, it's done the job, I've got the result, and I've got paid. So it's pure and simple. But yeah, I recommend them. Great piece of kit, absolutely great piece of kit. That's pretty much it really. I'm going to crack on. I'll keep adding footage to the ATN use page on Facebook as and when I get it, and hopefully in the future I'll be having a look at the thermal systems that ATN provide, and we'll take it from there. But thank you for watching. Give us a like and a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel because it helps, it really does. And I'll see you in the next video. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Cheers.